ladies and gents, and welcome to the second video in the Snugglebugs Crochet channel. My name's Margie and I'm your host. Now I know that there were some questions asked at the end of the last video about my camera positioning. I'm very sorry if you can see up my nose. This is just down to the fact that I have a very small tripod at the moment and I'm looking to upgrade very, very soon. So until then, we're just going to work with this one. Okay. So what I'm going to show you tonight is all your basic how to hold your crochet hook and how to hold your yarn, and we might even have time to start a chain. So let's get down to it. So here we are, my table. Right, this is my 4.5 crochet hook. Now this is my go-to hook for my projects. Today we're using DK weight yarn. DK stands for double knit, and this is what I use a lot of for your crochet projects. Now, first things first, how to hold your hook. Now, most crocheters have two standard ways to hold your hook. Now, as I said in the last video, this is down to personal preference. In crochet, you hold your hook however it's comfy, you hold your yarn however it's comfy. There's no real right way and wrong way. People can also be left-handed crocheters. You'll find out through this series that I'm a right-handed crocheter. Some of my friends are left, so sometimes we've got to sit opposite each other to teach anything new, which can be interesting and hilarious at the same time. Okay, so I'll start with the knife hold. Now, this is the knife hold. This is the way that I hold my crochet hook when I'm crocheting. I just find that I've got a lot of control over the crochet hook, just like you're sawing a bit of meat. Okay. Your other way is your pencil hold. Now, if you work in a school or have any children and you're trying to teach them how to hold your pencil, this is how we do it. And this is how some people hold their crochet hook. So as you see, your middle finger sits like that, your index finger on top and your thumb around the side. I can crochet in this hold, it's not the most comfortable for me. As I said before, I hold my hook in knife hold. So this is just an alternative way of holding your hook. So that's pencil hold and this is knife hold. Okay, so the same with your yarn. Right, let me just find the end of this ball of wool. Okay, now I hold my yarn differently than I think every single tutorial video on YouTube that I've seen. Okay, and all my crochet friends. This is because before I came to crochet, I was a knitter. Okay, and when you're knitting, you hold your yarn and your needle in like one hand. Okay, in crochet, people hold it in the opposite hand. So you normally have your yarn in, if you're a right-handed crocheter, your yarn's in your left hand and your crochet hook's in your right hand. Similarly, left-handed crocheters, crochet hook in left hand, yarn in right hand. Okay, I don't do that, as you'll find out later in the series. As I said, no right or wrong way. Now, it's all about your tension. Okay, when I'm talking about tension, how tight you hold your yarn to make your stitches. That's the tension, okay? Some people crochet with a tight tension. Other crocheters are a bit looser. I'm a loose crocheter. But, you know, everyone's different. Life would be boring if not. So, your standard way is you've got your fingers, okay? People wrap it around the baby finger, little finger, under the two middles, and over the index finger, okay? Now, I do this, but with my right hand, okay? So that's how some people do it. Other people, like that. It's just how to make this bit tight, okay? Me, myself, I'm going to put a slip knot on my hook so that I can show you how I do it, okay? So being right-handed, I'm going to put my yarn on the other side of the camera, okay? To create your slip knot, the way I create it is I'll just wrap it around my fingers, okay? Through the centre, and up like that, okay? I'll show you again, okay? So just wrap it around my fingers, up through the centre, grab hold of it from this side, and pull it up, okay? That makes a loop that's very easy to adjust, okay? So you can make it smaller by pulling on this side, or bigger, depending on what you need. You put your hook through the centre, and you pull it up to put right, to make it onto your hook. Now, as I said, I was a knitter before I was a crocheter, okay? So what I do is I wrap it round my fingers like so. So wrap it around your little finger, under them two, and then I hold the other end of my yarn, so the non-working yarn, I just hold in my other hand. So you can see it's round my little finger, under the middle two fingers, so under my ring finger and my index finger, and my middle finger, sorry, and over my index finger, okay? And then if I go like that, you can see I'm creating tension on my yarn, okay? So there you go, slip knot on hook. Now, that is how you start your chain, okay? The next thing I'm going to teach you is a chain stitch, okay? So the way we do a chain is we put the yarn, this is called yarn over. So if you look at your hook facing you, okay, if you pass it over your hook, over the top of the hook, you're putting your yarn over the hook, okay? So in my case, it's passing the yarn from right to left, okay? And it's gone over the top. And then what you do, you make the hook do the work for you. You pull it back through that starting loop on your hook. And if you can see there, I'll bring it right up to the camera, you've made like a little V, okay? Now this V is called in crochet a chain, okay? And then what you do to chain, you just carry on doing that until you've got your desired chain length. So let's practice that again, okay? You've got one chain, you yarn over and then you draw it back through the loop on your hook. Okay, so as you can see, I've now got 2 V's, so this is 2 chains. We're just going to keep that going. So yarn over, pull it back through, 3 loops on your hook, 3 chains. Okay, 1, 2, 3. We're going to do that again. Yarn over, draw it back, make the hook do the work. Okay, so the hook works for you, you don't fight against it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 chains. Do it again. Yarn over, like that. So draw the hook back towards you. 5 chains. Let's do it again. Yarn over, draw it back through. Okay, and now we're making a pretty little pattern. So shall we practice that again? The magic is you can just take the loop off your hook and pull it back. Okay, and it looks like it never existed. Okay, so we're going to go back. So you slip knot, pull it up. Okay, we've got a nice loose slip knot. Okay, hold the slip knot in your hand, get your crochet hook, put through the centre of the hook, through the centre of the loop rather, draw it up. Okay, and then you position your yarn ready for working. Okay, so in my case like this. Okay, and then we're going to start our chain again. So there you go. Are we ready? So we're going to do yarn over. So yarn over the top of your hook. Pull the whole hook back, so like this. Pull it back through the loop. Okay. Let's do that again. Yarn over the top. Draw it back through the loop on your hook. 2 chains. Yarn over. Through the loop on your hook. 3 chains. 1, 2, 3. So we're counting these top bits right here. Right here. Ready? 1, 2, 3. 3 little speed bumps, think about it. Okay? Yarn over. Pull it back through the loop on your hook. Okay? Don't be frightened of the yarn, don't be frightened of the hook. Okay, let's do it again. Yarn over the top, draw it back through. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yarn over the top, draw it back through. Okay, so you're like making a little ladder. Okay, and each step is a little V. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The loop on your hook does not count. Okay. Yarn over. Pull it back through. 7. Can you see my 7 little steps on my chain? Point them out to you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And then I'm going to show you, lastly, a slip stitch. Okay. So sometimes crochet projects tell you to slip stitch into the first chain on the hook. So when they say slip stitch into the first chain on the hook, on first chain, okay, you go back. So we've got 7 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so back here. So to slip stitch into any stitch, what we're doing is we're taking our hook, going into the stitch that we need to slip. So right in here, so underneath that top loop there. Okay, and you see we've now got 2 loops on the hook. Okay, so 1, 2. So that's underneath your first chain, and that's the loop already on your hook from where we've been chaining up. Okay, so to slip stitch, we then yarn over, and then we're going to just draw back through both these stitches, both these loops on your hook. So we just draw back like that, through 1, and then we just carry on, and we draw back. It's not cooperating tonight, so we just draw back through the loop on your hook as well. Right. Okay, it's not going to do it very easily. Okay, so you just go over, and then we've slip stitched a circle together. Okay, and that's all a slip stitch is. So we'll do that again, and hopefully I'll be able to slip stitch and show you a bit better. Okay, so I've just taken it all apart again. So we're making our slip knot, remember? Okay, put your hook through the centre of your slip knot and tighten it. Not too tight, because you need to be able for it to slide up and down your hook. Okay, then you put your yarn however it's comfy. Okay, and we're going to start chaining. So yarn over, pull through for 1 chain. Yarn over, pull through again, 2 chains. Yarn over, pull through again, 3 chains. Yarn over, pull through again, 4 chains. Okay, so we're going to count our little chains again, like steps up a ladder. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, when you're counting chains, the loop on your hook doesn't count. Okay, and now we're going to join it to the first. We're going to slip stitch into the first chain. Okay, so we're just going to get it here. We're going to put our hook through the top of that chain right there. So we've got 2 loops on the hook. We're going to yarn over, and then we're going to pull back through 1 and pull back through 2. Okay, and that's how we create a slip stitch to start a project, or to start a granny square. But that's your basic for tonight. So there we have it. So tonight we've learnt how to create a slip knot and how to start a starting chain, and then how to do a slip stitch. And there we have it. So I hope that's been helpful. Obviously my inbox of comments is always open, and then we'll continue on how to do a double crochet next time on Snugglebugs Crochet. So for now, have a lovely evening, enjoy, have a practice, let me know how you get on. Bye for now.